Okay, at the dual risk of this being Lashon Hara and redundant, hoping that it's not Lashon Hara and hoping that whoever might actually look at my blog finds it interesting and maybe we'll find some corporate sponsors for some products and hopefully start to a decent career. Here I am again on my way to the Kotel, on my way to the old city. Go to Maariv. I think I'm going to skip my collecting for tonight. It looks like tomorrow I'm not going to be able to either because, well, in the morning I got shockers. So unless I get moving really early. And then got to go visit my cousin. I don't have to, but I mean, I feel like I have to. You know, like it's... I mean, if I had a sibling or a parent in the hospital, I think I'd go visit them, maybe. Actually, a parent or sibling, I'm not even sure. There's so much animosity in my family, it's disgusting. And it's like, it's dripping into my extended family too. It's just, I mean, to a certain extent, I don't care about strangers either, but I just feel like the whole world's let me down. You know, I mean, I felt great when I was, you know, in foster care and I was getting $200 a month or $300 a month. Because as a teenager, that's a lot of money, you know, back in the late 90s and the early 2000s. But then, you know, one argument and I'm out on my own and it's like, keep a job or you don't have a roof over your head. And it's like, well, where's God in the equation? And, you know, like, oh, be religious and everything will be fine, but my parents are relatively religious. My mother's strictly kosher and Shabbos, and she still wears a wig even almost 30 years after being divorced. And my father, as far as I know, keeps kosher and Shabbos. And imagine that him and his second wife are keeping Nida. As far as I know, my father goes to shul every morning and puts on talis and tefillin and davens chakras and like a early minyan. I don't know about Maariv. I never really bothered to find out. Quite frankly, I only know about chakras because when he was engaged, I went to his shul a couple of times. I myself wasn't so good about chakras until coming to Israel. When I was living in New York in Crown Heights, I'd often go to 770 late, or down in Yeshiva late. Although when I was in high school, there were many, many days where I would just put on tefillin in my room, say Shema, and call it a day. I mean, I might hang around the base medrash because, you know, what else is there to do, but ninth grade, I was pretty good about chakras. I mean, my foster mom was pretty strict. You know, had to get to school on time, and what do you do in school? Well, the first thing is chakras, really. I don't remember if there was coffee back then. But since coming to Israel, I mean, you know, even when I was in a lot and completely not keeping anything, I still tried to go to the Chabad every morning and daven chakras with the minyan. When I was in Tel Aviv, I would often go to one of the shuls and daven by myself. I've often been doing chakras on my own. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in the power of prayer. I mean, I'm only going to Maariv now because I don't want to be home. You know, it's like I go have a nightlife, but I don't really know how to do that. I don't really have the money to blow on restaurants and bars. And I don't really have any pickup skills to charm women to come home with me. And the religious girls, well, I'm not connected to their families and their shadchans, so I don't get to date them. So it's basically go talk to the wall. Like my mother used to say, "Geschlag up and go hit your head against the wall." It's like, you know, maybe something positive will come of it. Probably not, but you know, what else is there to do in life? Get a job so you can afford a decent home, and you know, maybe once every 10 years I need a long enough woman and have a nice supper. Typically not. I don't know, I keep hoping. I keep hoping that my efforts are going to lead to something, but closest I've gotten in years was this woman, Rena Naki, and she's like, I got a job cleaning the streets, she'll marry me, but I don't clean. Yes, there are some Jews who do, what do you call it, janitorial work for the city, but typically it's Arabs, it's Muslims. Cleaning houses, it's kind of beneath my dignity. I know people who do it, but I don't know. I guess they grew up differently than I did. I grew up where it was basically a non-Jew cleaning either the house or the yeshiva or the shul. It'd be really nice if I can get some corporate sponsors for my blog, and like for instance Nina Hachi. I give them free advertising. I give them free advertising. I think it's the best kosher sushi I've had in Israel. Chapanika, I think, is pretty good. I think I've given them free advertising, and I even paid for the product. Same with Nina Haji. A couple other places, I don't understand why these restaurants are not paying me to blog about it. I guess they're just so popular they don't need it, Which leads back to I really hope my blog isn't Lashon Hara because, or just Rechilus even, gossip mongering, because even the positive theoretically could be a biblical prohibition. Israel gets so many tourists and there's so many people living here, and I guess the businesses don't really need the advertising. Maybe they're relying on God, or maybe God's just giving it to us, or I really have no idea. My friends have sent me some money through my bank account, and I've yet to try an ATM really since getting my new card because the fee's gone up and the amount I can take out is less. And, when I'm in the right frame of mind, I like being on the steps. I like that feeling of, begging for it. Somebody actually gives a shekel or 10 or, once in a blue moon 100 and, once or twice a year 200. But kind of matches inflation, what I get. And if I was to quit smoking, I'd probably get less. And quite frankly, I wonder if maybe these people are actually giving me so that I can kill myself. They don't want to support a beggar. Go out and get a regular job and be a productive member of society. Like one rabbi, he used to be a rabbi in Toronto, but I heard he sent me an email that he recently moved somewhere in the States. He suggested I go work on a farm helping with the harvest. Maybe I get room and board, and there's the odd chance that I'll meet some woman and she'll find what I'm doing respectable. And Chabad is supposedly really big into having a manual labor job. It's just, it's too bad blogging isn't considered a viable career. That theoretically, on some level, it's Lashon Hara or Rechilus. And quite frankly, it is to a certain extent because I do badmouth a lot of things, whether true or whether delusions. To a certain extent, it's just a diary for me to get things off my chest, which is one of the reasons I do include a psychologist in my email list. But on the other hand, I try to include a lot of stuff on there, things I'm proud of and day-to-day stuff I'm involved in. My original purpose for the blog was like 4 or 5 different things. Shidduch resume, a possible career, parnasa avenue, personal therapy. I'm trying to think what else. Anyways, I'm about to approach the Kotel security, so as I approach the Kotel security, I'm going to end the video. Although I was tempted to keep it going till I went through the Kotel security and actually film people at the Kotel. This is the dorms for Nativ.
You have plug out in the bag?
So that's in the dorms for Nativ Aryeh. Interesting. Here we go. So there are some people around. Not a lot, but I feel bad for large women because I can't imagine they're going to get a lot of dates. But then again, beggars don't really get a lot of dates. Okay, putting down for going through the security. Yay! Okay, I didn't set it off. He set it off. Okay. Yeah, look, my mezuzah. Not my mezuzah. Kotel mezuzah. Oh wow, there's a lot of people here. I mean, for nighttime, anyways. They got benches set up. I don't know what those are. I guess we'll go see what that is. Just got a WhatsApp from Mordechai. He's supposed to be at the meeting tomorrow with the immigration lawyer, Michael. I don't know who else is going to be there. Fred says he doesn't know about any meeting, so I guess he's not going to be there. Yechiel doesn't seem to be in touch with Michael and Mordechai and Fred, so apparently he's not going to be there. And Shai, I don't understand what Shai's involvement is, but apparently he's filing the papers for a new passport. It's a long, drawn-out process, but wow, there's a lot of people here. It's like, I mean, if I had to guess, just eyeballing it, there's got to be a couple hundred, if not, a couple thousand people there. Wow. Well, a couple hundred. There's no way there's a couple thousand. Well, you never know. I don't know. I don't count. As far as I know, it's a biblical prohibition to count people. It's supposed to use like a bracha or a pasuk just to count a minyan, and after that, you're not supposed to count, except in the times of in the Bible when God actually says to count using a coin. Shalom Eliezer, ma'anishma, tevarech et hakahal. Amen. So if I had to guess, I'd say a couple hundred people. Doesn't look, well, actually it looks like more. Well, I don't know. I don't really know how to count. Not eyeballing like this. A couple hundred people, I guess. Maybe even 1,000 people. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna upload this and go do a Maariv.